Okay. So today we are going to learn about the wireframing. For the wireframing, generally there are two different, we can say multiple applications are there, but I will show you some two industry standard applications that are mostly used. Okay, so one is simply blasphemy. Okay, and it is a paid version, so that is why we don't use. Okay, personally I don't use the mostly. Okay, I like to use the Figma, and today I will show you how to download the Figma. And if you have your college or university's id email id, then free of cost you can use a pro version. Okay, so generally Figma has also a free version that you can design whatever you want. But if you want a kind of pro feature, or let's say full feature, then you need to go to the what do you call, need to purchase. So, and if you have a student ID, then obviously you
Subscription
can
type.
use yeah, a kind of subscription. You need to pay the pay them. But if you have what do you call, the student ID or university ID. For example, just like let's say my name is Chetan Kumar Neupane, and my college created the ID like chetan.kumar.neupane, add study and .edu. There should be a edu. If it is something different, some organization related, like domain is there, then it won't work. It should be there somewhere edu. Then they will give you the free version, like you can use everything in free. Okay, so um, and Figma is like almost everywhere, every industry Figma is used. First let me sign out the application so that I can show you how you can download and purchase. Okay, so I see my email ID is here. You can see chetan.kumar.nubani studylbf.edu.np. It's university IG. That is why I'm using, and I have a free version. Sorry, a pro version of this Figma file, so that I can use dev mode and so many other functions. So if you have, you can subscribe. Okay, it's quite easy. It's not that hard to subscribe the any application, and you can download. See, you can say here simply the you can check www.figma.com. So I was logging. That is why I was redirected in a different page. Now I'm sign out. That's you can see the simple what you called websites, and here you can see the pre pricing. So see, in free or starter plan, there you can create a three Figma and a three Figma files. Okay, and unlimited personal files, unlimited collaboration plugin and tablet and mobile app. These are the things that you can do in free version. Okay, and if you are a professional, like a kind of what do you call, freelancer type of person, and then you can get the 12 dollar per
Monthly
editor
type
per,
subscription.
yeah, monthly. Okay, obviously you can pay on annual basis also. Okay, so there is a build annually or 15 month to month. See, if you pay on a like annually, then you will get $12 per month. Okay, but if you plan to switch to the monthly paid, then it will cost you $15. So this is how they are showing. See, and this is for organization also. Organization means if some companies are like what do you call, design company, and they have a lots of other designer, and they have to integrate. So at that time they can use this kind of organization. And enterprise means it's for the big companies. And see, Dev mode is latest version, and they initiated in 2022. Sorry, 2023. That is why it's still on a beta version. But rest of the unlimited Figma files, unlimited version history, okay, shared and private project, team library, so many things, other lots of things that we can do on a this what do you call pro version. And see, here you can see free for student and educator. If you have a student ID, then what you can do is you can click on this link, and you can follow the link. Get verified means first you have to verify that you are a student. Okay, so how can you verify? It's just you have to submit the email, you have to log in the email, and you have to submit the ID if they asked. Okay, so and then you will get verified, and you can simply download this app. So for example, and simply you can download the desktop version of app, and once you log in, you can get the download version, and then you can start, see, get started, and it is completely free. Now you are learning, so that you don't have to like pay or do anything. Free version, it will be quite good, and you have lots of options to do anything you can do. Okay, just you have to stick with one particular file in free version. Okay, so you can create. Likewise, I'll show you the my Figma file. So uh, like here I have created multiple pages. And if you are using a starter plan, then you can create a multiple pages. Okay, this is the things that you can do. And likewise, I can show you this. And see, here I created a two different team. Okay, and under the teams there are lots of file you can see. So here is another, there another, there is another. Okay, these are another, this. So I have altogether one, two, three, or let's say eight files are here that is open. So likewise you can't do on a free version, just you have to stick on one particular file. Okay, so these are the things. And like there are few limitation on a starter plan, but still you can use, and you can get the almost every feature that Figma has. So yeah, and as an industry standard, you have to follow, like you have to use this kind of application, and this is the one that you must have to get some basic idea. So once you log in, and once you download the application, this is the first basic looks. There is nothing, just in home button. Okay, and then for example, this will be the like first look, and you can create a new file, design file, or a new Figma jam. Mostly we have to go with this. So here whiteboard and diagram is needed for the brainstorming session. When you are like doing your UX UI kind of things, then at the time, or some other teams are collaborating, at the time you can brainstorm. Yes, and you can come up with the ideas. So before we have done our user impact map, okay, user story, at that time we can do so many things in that. But it's good to use. But obviously you can see here, you can see the user journey template already. You don't have to like create on yourself. So phase one, phase two, phase three, action, question they had, sentiment, these are the things that already have. So this is the things that you can do, and you can collaborate with. It's the a kind of a brainstorming session, or a UX design part, so you can do. Okay, while you are like working with, collaborating with the teams, and you need to like submit the lots of ideas, and based on those ideas you have to come up with the one specific kind of solution. And you see Figma file, there are lots of templates. See, mind map templates, okay, ideation templates. So you can get lots of template, and you can use that. So I will start with the new design file, because today we are going to start wireframing. And basically normally, as a in a simple terms, wireframing is creating a kind of structure for a website. What are the things that we want to do, and what we want to keep, how we want to keep, and where we want to keep any kind of content, logo, navigation. So these are the things. So here I will start with the basic websites formation. Okay, so in Figma, obviously, Tamil is quite, I think, used to it with the
Familiar
um,
type.
familiar, yeah, with the Figma. I think you, Arfad, is not familiar. That is why I'm a little bit explaining the interface. What is this? What are the things that you get? Okay, so this is the menu, a kind of navigation or a menu bar here. Okay, it's just, this is for the all the menus, file, edit, view, everything. And generally whenever, if you want to create a new design file, then you can click on this F icon, and you can file, click new design simply. And if you want to place an image, obviously you can place image from here, like you click on place, and you can select the image. Okay, likewise using other Photoshop or Illustrator or any simple application, just like that. Okay, there is nothing. And it's a cursor. Whenever you want to move your any items, then you have to choose a cursor. And if you want to scale a particular item, then you can choose a particular scale, or else you can use a different keyboard shortcut, and then using the mouse you can scale it. So it's not that you need to click a scale item and you have to scale. No, obviously you can use a mouse also. So sorry, simply move tool and you can scale it. So well, yeah, it's simple. And this is a frame. A frame means generally whenever we design for the desktop, tablet, and mobile, we have to choose a particular frame. So here I will show you the simple basic example. So if I click on a frame, then we can see the lots of option on a right side. If you have noticed, see, here is prototype and here is design. So first we are creating a frame, so that you can see here lots of frames. So phone, iPhone 14 up to Android large, is Android small. Okay, so for the Android there is only two different. For mobile phone there is Android small and Android large. For iPhone there are lots of varieties, 14 to starting from 8 to 14, because they have lots of varieties, but we can stick any particular one. Okay, so next is for the tablet mode. Okay, Surface. It's for the Android version, kind of Android version, and rest is three different is iOS and desktop. You can see for MacBook Pro, and basically specific for desktop. Obviously, we are talking about the desktop, then there is only two different operating system, that is iOS, and another one is Windows OS. So this desktop is for the Windows OS, and wireframe means if we want to create a kind of wireframe, then we can use this kind of a frame. So nowadays, smart TVs are running. Because of that, we can use this TV frame for our UX UI design. And there is a presentation. Okay, so normal desktop resolution is 1920 and the 1080. So this is basic. And watch Apple Watch, basically this, and the paper. So A4, A5, A6, simple. And social media post, whatever you are designing, Twitter post or Twitter header, Facebook, these are the things. Okay, Figma community and the archive. There are other lots of some other frame. So generally frame means I will show you how you can click. For example, if I'm designing for my desktop, then I can simply click on a desktop and I can see the workspace. So simply, I cannot work on a blank specific area. Okay, simply I can create a save, or maybe I can write a text, but it won't save anywhere. I can I cannot be a precise, and I can be like sure which screen would be fine, or what am I design and what screen am I design. So it will be a little bit confusion. So that is why we need to be a particular sure and what kind of screen that we are making for. So because of that we need to choose the frame. So just click on frame simply and select a particular frame. Let's say this time we are creating a wireframe. So I select on a wireframe, and it will create a kind of one white sheet of paper. It's kind of white blank sheet of paper, and whatever we want to do, we can simply create whatever we want to do and whatever we want to create here. So, and next is a simple shape. Shapes. So rectangle, line, arrow, ellipse, polygon, star, and image placing shape. So these are it's a simple basic shape, and it's a pen tool. Okay, if you want to create a kind of random shape using pen tool, okay, we can do. So simple pen tool. I think if you have used Photoshop, then I hope you know the how pen tool will works. But it doesn't have lots of other feature like a Photoshop. But the pen tool is similar, just creating a random path. How you want to, you can make even curve or anything. It's your creativity, or what you can say is your practice, how you want to practice and how you want to like experiment with the tools. Okay, so and it this is a text tool. Simply whenever if you want to write a text tool, then you can click and write a text. Okay, and this is for resources. So before this is in this particular menu. Now it like they're giving them a separate resource. For example, if you are using any kind of plugins, you can use or download from here. And components is a little bit different and difficult things. I will explain in later. Component means generally while we are designing website, we will create a kind of component so that we can reuse those kind of components. So we will store here, but later I will explain those components. So the plugins means also whenever we are working, we can get a kind of we have to make a kind of things like easier, or we want to do something in with the fast phase. Okay, simply in an example, like plugins is like a bus or what do you call, motorcycle or a train or airplane. Whenever we want to move from one place to particular another place, we want some kind of fast what do you call means of transportation or anything that help us to improve or that help us to go very fast. Likewise, wherever we are working here in a designing sector, so there are lots of third party plugins that help us to like speed up our work. Okay, and we just also a kind of similar things. There are lots of design element that we can get from in these widgets. Okay, so these are the things. And simply hand tilts is move tilts. Whenever you want to move the file, then you can use a hand. And this is comment tool. For example, you are incorporating with the multiple team member and you want to comment it, then you can click, okay, this icon should be in blue color. Like this way you can simply post a comment. Okay, and send it. So here it just I posted a one comment, simple. Okay, and other person also who are incorporated in this particular icon, they can easily see my comment. Okay, this is the basic thing that we have. Okay, I will delete this, delete thread. Okay, yeah, this is the thing, that basic interface. On the right side, it's a properties panel. Whatever we have to do, it will show. Okay, in the very first, this is alignment wherever we want to end, and it's frame. Okay, frame size. Okay, and x and y is the position where it is. Okay, you can change. And width and height means the frame size, width and height, screen size you can say, or paper size. Okay, this is the things. And likewise, this is orientation. You want to design on the portrait mode or landscape mode. And resize it, we can resize it based on this. Okay, and this is angle, means if you want to rotate, then you can use. And this is corner radius, that if you want to like make a kind of small, see now I will show you. Okay, here is in corner there is a sharp. Okay, sharp edge. If you want to change the sharp edge, then we can build. See, now it is curved. If you have noticed on a mobile screen, we can see lots of curved kind of card in our mobile application nowadays. Okay, so yeah, and this icon this above is logged. Okay, if we clicked on this, then it will like within height will be logged, and based on the ratio it will improve. If I unlock it, then it separately it will move. See, now width is with it fixed, and height is moved constantly changing likewise. And the below is like four corner. Whenever we design a website in while writing CSS, we can individually code each radius. So likewise, it gives us a kind of freedom so that we can individually change the radius. Let's say I want to change this radius up to yeah. See, you can see the changes on one particular corner, top left corner, and I'm so sorry, and the rest of the others are very sharp. So this is the freedom that we have using a Figma. Everything we can make it. It is quite exactly as how we code or how we create a website using multiple other different what do you call HTML and the CMS. So it's auto layout and the layout grid. Auto layout, don't think much right now, because a little bit it is a little bit difficult to understand right now. Just you are I'm trying to give you a familiarization with this kind of software. So just leave it. And layout grid is you need to know from the beginning. A layout grid is like showing a kind of separation for the views. Okay, so in a basic and what do you call, if you want it's fixed rules that website should have a 12 grid. Okay, 12 sector. I'll show you how it is. So if I click on a grid, then it will appear on a different this kind of layer, and we can change here properties. So I'm working on a columns. Okay, these are the columns that we can see, and generally on a mobile screen there will be a 5 columns, but here this frame is for desktop applications, so we have to create a 12. Okay, and there is a different kind of stretch, means we want to, we are stretching all over this screen, like full screen. And if you want to make it center, then we can make it like this center, and we can choose the gutter. Okay, with offset, these are things that we can choose. Okay, let's say, let's go with the stretch. We want to like use our canvas entirely full. And margin means left and left, right side of the screen and left side of the screen, so we can give margin, let's say 100 pixels. So yeah, you can see this a little bit gap between the top side and the sorry, left side and the right side. And a gutter means in between the two kind this. So this is the gutter session. So I will select and show you. See, now it is a 20 pixels of what do you call it, space in gutter. So you can see here width, the width. So likewise, okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Mm. So gutter is 20. Generally, we have to use okay, Arfad, do you want to ask anything? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. You can you please start from the again columns? I haven't got that.
Oh, okay, no worries,
You
no
told
worries. Yeah.
in phones, in mobile phone, there are 5 columns, but you are using desktop.
Uh, see, I will show you two different. I will make two different pages, and I will show you. Okay. So first, I will delete. Okay. I'll create again frame. Okay, for one desktop frame. Okay, I'm
Okay.
creating one desktop frame, and I will create another mobile frame for mobile. Where is here? Let's say I will go with the Android small. Okay. See, this is the two different frames. So whenever we are designing websites, we have to think three different. Okay, let's take in a tablet also. For the tablet also same. It's a 12 layout. It should be. So I will
In the
choose.
sense how it appears in phone, desktop, and tablet.
Yeah, and but generally, what you can say is it is actually a layout for the content placement in mobile, desktop, and tablet version. Your placement of a kind of layout or guideline for your content placement. You got the idea, or still you are confused? Just a layout or
Yeah,
column
yeah,
is a guideline to place your content in desktop version, tablet version, and mobile version.
yeah.
Okay.
Got it, sir. Okay.
Okay. So for the desktop, as I said, it should be always a 12. Sorry, I don't. Okay. See a column. Okay. It should be always uh, mm, what do you call, not a grid, it's column. So it should be 12. Okay, and there is a margin, you can make it 100 or anything. It depends upon your like websites and your concept, how you want to proceed. Sometimes people don't leave the margin. Okay, and sometimes they will keep. So I will show you some kind of example. See, here there is a basic margin on this side. Okay, but here there is no any margin. It's like content is filled up with the entire screen. But if you see the background complete entirely, they are using the entire. But here you can see again there is a little bit gap on the right side, and there is a little bit gap on a left side. The both sides are what you call margin. They are giving 100 pixels of margin on both sides, and in between this is like they place the content. And for the desktop it's always what you called 12 columns. So how you can see, you can check right click and inspect. This is the way you can check a little bit technical information about the websites. So here you can see how they coded. See, these are the code that are used to create a website, and there are some kind of CSS you can see. So let's say, for example, if you want to change anything, you can change here, but it's just for for a few seconds or for only for your looks or temporary for temporary. It won't affect on their what do you call main website. We can just change the color. See, okay, okay, changing or not? Let's choose any color. Yeah, see, now you can see the different color, right? Before it was a green, and now again it's constantly moving. Anyway, let's choose so that you can we can stick and we can see the changes. Hmm, okay, background is black. Okay, let's apply. Okay, so yeah, I will. Okay, so I hope you have seen like the color is changed. I changed the color. So it's only for temporary purpose that it won't affect on their server or anything. I'm just giving you experience that you can see the details, technical details from here also inspect from the inspect. It's dev tool for the front end designer. And below the we can see the what do you call dimension or every details based on this kind of each and every component has a different kind of position, margin, border, or these are the things that we can see. And regarding the layout here, they have, I think, hidden. Okay, so the track, we see they have hidden some information. That is why the flex. Okay, we can see here. Anyway, uh, let's move to the okay. So see, for the desktop, go with the 12. It's industry standard. Always you have to with think and you have to make a 12. And same as a desktop, you have to create a 12 layout for this tablet version also. Okay, grid here you can change. Okay, so simply 12. Okay, and for mobile, what you have to do is you have to select layout 5. Okay, so this is the things. And so obviously for the mobile you have to at least give some kind of margin from left and right. So let's say 50, how it looks. No, it's good like 20 or 10. You can experiment with your design and try to give. Okay, based on that you can build your what do you call a layout. But the format or framework is 12 12 5. This is the format that you have to follow throughout the whole design or wireframing. Okay, this is the basics things. And so yeah, these are the other what do you call properties like layer. Layer means it's blending mode. While we are placing the content, then we can use the layer. So it's not quite important for today's because we are working on only wireframing. So up to now I'm just giving you a kind of intro of this Figma, so that you have to use you are familiar with, you can get familiarity. And well, let's begin a basic wireframing so that you can come up with some kind of wireframe. Okay, see, I just created a click on a frame and I just created a one small frame. Okay, I didn't do nothing. So now let's create our layout. Okay, layout grid. So first layout, and here I will choose a 12, and I will give 100 margin, right? Gutter is 20, it's fine for me. And if you want to change any color, then obviously you can change whatever color you want, you like. Okay, it's your preference, but it won't affect or it won't change on the entire like your actual website. It's just for your guideline. So and okay, what is happening with the R5? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Okay, so simply see in the very first we have a navigation. So mostly in wireframing we can place simply like this kind of round and use a T shape to write here, and we can say logo. Arfad, are you there?
Yes,
What is
sir, I'm there.
happening? What is happening to
Sir,
your?
that charger lose contact, sir. That's why
Okay, okay. So yeah,
I
and
haven't kept for charge yesterday.
Okay, no worries. Okay. So yeah, this is the way that you can place a kind of icon or anything. See, simply I'm creating a logo. That is why I just created a kind of a wireframe kind of things that just I'm giving a kind of sense. So here I put logo, and this section will be menu. Okay. And I can write here like home. Okay. And After that I can make like about us, anything I can write. Okay, so next let's say I will go with shop or anything. Okay, and I will go with let's say gallery or anything, GALLE, why gallery. And lastly let's select one more, that would be contact us. So simply I'm just creating, okay, I'm selecting, and I'm shortcut for the group is Control Z. So I will use select and the Control Z for the group, and I will just paste here. Okay, so we have only five. That is why I will ended up with here, and I will try to make it a little bit small. So this is my menu, simple. Okay, and below that, what I do is I will uh, no, I can't do that. You are very beginner. I can do that. So I'll click on the simple shape tools, and then I will put here this kind of big rectangle shape, and I will select one line, and I will draw one line from this, and from again I will select one line, another line. Okay, again I will select another line. Okay, and again I will select another line, and I will complete ended up here, and I will use the text tool and write imag image. Okay, so and now I want to increase a little bit the font size, so I can increase here. Let's say 48. How it look? Okay, now you can see, right? See image. There will be image. So again, I will select another. No, I will choose a rectangle because for let's make it concise. So here I will put some kind of logos or any kind of icon. Okay, I'm just duplicating. So sorry, I'm just keep using some kind of shortcut. So again I will create a uh, rectangle shape again. Okay, while creating a like what do you call, taking all care of the every proportion or making the actual round circle. I'm using or I'm pressing the shift while what do you call, increasing and decreasing this side. Okay, so that you can get the whole circle, otherwise it will like go this way, it won't be actual circle. So then I'm holding a shift key, okay, from the keyboard. And I think you have a little bit idea using the Photoshop, right, Arfat?
Sorry, sir,
If not,
I haven't heard you.
you have an idea of using Photoshop or not?
Yeah, I know this
Okay, then good. Thamil, I think you have idea. That's why
framing.
I'm not taking your name. I think you already used the Figma, and so that you can have an idea of a basic Figma, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay. So if you want to add anything, obviously you can add. Or I think let's do something one. Okay, and tomorrow, you prepare something. You create a wireframe. Okay, and take your whole class. You will be an instructor for tomorrow's class. Okay, I think it will be helpful for you. What do you think?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that will be good. So, but I don't know much. Is that a thing?
No worries, no worries about anything. One single small page. Try to come up with one specific wireframing, anything like this way. See, I created one specific wireframe, just like logo, navigation, and in middle of the screen there is a what do you call slide. and below that there is simple icon. It's simple, okay. And try to come up with such kind of similar kind of wireframe and try to explain in tomorrow's class, so that Arfad also get idea and you will be get much more familiar, okay. You will be insightful for yourself also, and it would be great.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then great. So yeah, and the meeting is going to end in within a 1 minute, and I will end this class for today's. Okay, I will end it because the software is a little bit complex, and I cannot explain everything in one class. Okay, we have to like go on multiple classes. That is why this will be the end of the class. And Arfad, try to download the application. If you face the problem, then email me. I will immediately reply. Okay, or we can meet
Okay,
on
sir.
tomorrow. And
Okay.
Thamil, for you, and you have to take your class tomorrow. Okay, you have to give a
Okay.
class. Okay. Okay, so prepare
Yes.
for that, and whatever you want to share, just come up with a small script so that you can conclude within a 30 to 40 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, great. So, guys, thank you for your time, and thank you for like joining the class.
Thank you
Let
so much,
me.
sir. Welcome.
Okay, okay. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Bye, sir.
Yeah.
Good night.
Bye, sir.
Okay, okay.